Go ahead and use a pry tool or a trim tool to pop this little tab up, and then go to the fender mounted tab right here, pop that up and remove that. Repeat for the other side. Go ahead and grab the cover, pull it out from behind the grille, work your way over, pull that out, and then separate that from the other side and set that cover aside. Let's go ahead and remove the bolt holding the upper portion of the grill slash bumper on. Go ahead and repeat for the other side. With the vehicle raised, we're going to now go ahead and remove any of the plastic push pins that are securing the bumper to the bottom portion of the body here. Go ahead and do this across the whole front of the vehicle. Now on the front edge of the bumper cover going into the fender, there is a Phillips head screw. I'm going to go ahead and remove that and repeat for the other side. Now we can go ahead and do this job with the wheels on the vehicle. We just had them off for the convenience of showing you how to get to that screw on the top corner here. Now what you want to do with that screw removed, grab the bumper and just pull that out and away. We're going to gently work our way forward, and you're going to be able to pull these tabs out from the bottom of the mounting and continue right across the front. Pull out that front side, grab the edge of the front fender, pull that out. You can go ahead and slowly bring the bumper forward. So we're going to go ahead and remove 4 bolts. There's one inside here. There's one on the top right here. There's one on the outer fender section right here. And there's a 4th one underneath this brace here. We're going to raise up the vehicle and get it from underneath. So you're going to go ahead and pull this bolt out and repeat for the other side. Next we're going to go ahead and remove the foam impact pad. It's literally just pressed into the beam itself with these plugs, and set this aside. On the inside there's another 10mm bolt that supports this brace right here. So we're going to use a long extension and a 10mm to go ahead and go between the bumper itself and get on in there. You're going to repeat this for the other side. Now with that bolt removed, you want to go ahead and pull this out, and on the fender side is just a small little pin. We're going to pop that out and remove this support bracket, set that aside. Once you have the lamp assembly out, we're going to simply twist the bulb units themselves. We're going to pop these right out of the capsules. This little tab retainer here, just going to press in on the little tabs. You can do it with a fingertip or a pair of pliers. You remove that from the capsule and remove the capsule itself. Now go ahead and take your bulbs and put those in. Just twist them in, get them locked up. And go ahead and press in the harness tab there. And go ahead and line this back up and start getting it installed. Work the assembly back up into the body, making sure that your mounting tabs line up. With the lamp assembly lined up, we're just going to go ahead and put a bolt in up top just to hold it in place. We're not going to tighten it down, it's just simply there to hold the lamp. Now we're going to go ahead and get that lower mounting bracket installed. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come on over to this side first. Now you want to make sure that you can put one of these pins into this mounting hole here, and then the other one is slotted. So we're going to do this first. Line that up. Now we want to go ahead and get the bolt on the other end installed. Once we get that back bolt lined up and get a few threads in, I'm going to go ahead and tighten that up. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the lower bolt installed. Once we get that started, a few threads, we'll go ahead and tighten that up. I'm going to go ahead and snug this bolt down. We're using a regular hand ratchet because we don't want to over tighten this. It's only plastic we're snugging into, so you just want to get that snug in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten up this bolt here, and it'll tighten up the last bolt inside the bracket here. Now I'm going to go ahead and repeat for the other side. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and reinstall the impact pad. Right, let's go ahead and set the bumper up on here. I'm going to go ahead and line up the mounting tabs here on both sides. While we're doing so, we're going to be lining up the bumper to fit underneath the light. Once we get that into place, I'm going to go ahead and get those bumper bolts started. I'm going to go ahead and install our upper bumper bolts. Get that started and Just snug that down. We're going to go ahead and repeat for the other side. Move around and work on the bumper so it doesn't fall off on us. I'm going to go ahead and line this and start working it in. You're going to come around to the side right here. So as you're working the bumper up, you want to make sure that the under guard, the plastic guard, is positioned properly where it should be. And that should be up underneath the bumper. And once that's positioned, you work your way up around the front lip. All right, we get the fender liner tucked in. This should start to line up. I'm going to go ahead and pop in the panel here. And we'll go ahead and work our way around to the other side. Then we'll go ahead and get the screw in for the fender lip. Once it's snugged into position, we'll go ahead and repeat for the other side. Now we're going to go ahead and install our push pins that go across the front. There is a total of 10 of them. And do this across the whole front. Now I'll take our upper cover here, slide it up and over the latch. I'm going to come on over to this side. I want to flex that down up underneath, work that down into place. Work your way across, do the same for the other side. We'll start with our fender push pin, snap that into place. And we're just going to continue right across the front.
This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the access point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.